All right, welcome everybody. We are round 6, 5-0 in a modern league, or sorry, a modern challenge premier event online. To keep this hand, we're fairly lucky in terms of keeping. We have kept some suspect hands though, which is I feel like they could all come crashing down pretty soon here, unfortunately. I guess not. No reason that it should. We are playing first, and I'm going to want to get a duel at some point, so it may as well be now, and it may as well be Flooded Strand, so that can get either basic with Marsh Flats later, depending on how this game plays out. Haven't been able to do a lot of turn 1 Inquisitions here. So what do we got? Death Shadow, alright. Been waiting to play one of these. I mean, it's it's a tough deck, but I do enjoy playing against this deck. Fatal Pushes, both pretty bad. Against me, Kolaghan's Command is a good card, but it's doesn't do anything for them for a long time. So pretty easy Serum Visions here. Just not gonna let them set up. Unfortunately, we don't have a threat. This is a matchup where Bitter Blossom's excellent. They don't have good answers for that. And even main deck, just Lingering Souls is great. Especially the Grixis versions that don't run their own Lingering Souls. The other good thing... Oh, well, just drew another one. Alright. Without even using their Street Wraith? Man. Lucky opponent. We're going to... This will be untapped next turn, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. Probably fetch another Godless Shrine. And then... yeah, doesn't change anything. For us... Ghost Quarter might be able to take them off of blue. They do usually want an island at least, if not two, but they have their swamp in their hand. So they don't run a ton of basics in general, so I will be able to take them off red probably. They usually don't run any mountains. Yeah, Blessed Alliance good against them, obviously. We kind of talked about that in the deck tech. Street Wraith's gone. Still have 6 cards in their hand. And I'm going to get my other Ghost Quarter, or not Ghost Quarter, Godless Shrine, and Lingering Souls would be great. Alright, not really. So, I know I said this comes to play untapped, but I may want to take their red source. Although if I draw Spectral Procession the following turn, or a Sorn or something, I'd like to play it. Huh. Yeah, because they're going to fetch and shock, and then they can use their mana, so let's give that one more turn, but I guess they don't know about that Ghost Quarter. Half and double Ghost Quarter does mean that these Ghost Quarters are going to be just straight Stone Rains pretty soon. And Path will have no downside. Yeah, so I guess Ghost Quarter could have taken their Steam Vents there. But I don't know if they're going to shock anyway. I don't know why they even waited, or why they did it on my turn. I guess there's no reason not to if I don't play the Ghost Quarter. Snapcaster, Serum Visions, huh? Alright. So, Ghost Quarter, their Steam Vents, they get an island, maybe. And then can eventually Ghost Quarter their Watery Grave. They shouldn't have really any more basics. Well, that's good. So think I'm going to plus here. Because even if they attack it with Snapcaster and Kolaghan's Command, it's not going to do much. Bring it down to 1. Other option is just to Ghost Quarter them and do nothing, which doesn't seem good. Otherwise, what they'll push my token and yeah. I guess they can Kolaghan's Command, get back Street Raid, draw a card. Maybe that. Yeah, maybe that's a reason to get rid of their red source. Without any threats, I'm not in a good position regardless, so gonna just make them use their resources. Alright. Well, I'm probably better at that than... I mean, now I don't have an answer to a Street Raid or a Death Shadow, but I guess it's probably better than Thought Seizing my Sorin. Yep. This is good. Give me a little insight to whether I want to be blowing up their lands or not. Push, push, Thoughtseize. Okay, so their hand does nothing now. Great. Let's do that. Minusing does a nothing yet. Let's just keep them alive so that in case we do draw some kind of token producer. And then the red's not that scary, so let's do... Let's do that. Let's see what they get. So they still will have blue. I can take them off red. Or I can take their Watery Grave and they'll have one less blue, but that probably doesn't do anything still. I can cast everything, so I don't really need that. So I don't think they need double blue for anything, especially when they don't have, they're not going to be casting 2 blue spells on a turn. Yep, perfect. Stone Rain. And they know I have a Vault in my hand, and that's it. Ugh. Gross. I mean, I guess that means I didn't draw anything, but this is good. Although they can push this. Take it down to 1. Would love any kind of token maker. Ugh. I guess I just plus and activate vent. Gonna activate anyway, might as well. I'm gonna do that at some point. Yep. Good. Alright, well, someday I'll draw something. Sure. Yep. Figured that's what was in their hand. Can play through one Stubborn Denial as long as they don't have a creature. But not exactly the standard game here. Alright, this is good. They have one Stubborn Denial. Unless it pays one, sure. So I'd like to bait them into casting a Thoughtseize. But kind of telling given that I didn't take their Thoughtseize. And as long as we both brick, I win this back and forth at least, but they're not going to brick forever. Tassiger and they get to activate, huh? Or just a Gurmag Angler? That'd be more ideal. So they can block the token and activate Vault. Alright, Tassiger, that's fine. What can I give them? I guess a Stubborn Denial. That's good. I guess I could have thinned my deck a while ago, but now I can activate and path. Question is, do I want to path? Oh, I guess they have Fatal Push. Path so they can't activate twice. Yeah, now they can't activate it at all. Okay. Deal. Nope, can't activate. Oh, right. Right. Alright. Dead. To my own Bitter Blossom. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I knew they had that too. Alright, well. Was it gonna be too late anyway? Yeah, okay. There's the souls. Alright, so in this matchup, love the collar. Champion's good. Rest in Peace is good. Push is just, it really only kills, I mean it kills Snapcaster, but it really only kills, what's it called, Death Shadow, which is huge. Brutality is not great here, actually. I know Duress is good, but I'd just rather have, like, it really only hits Stubborn Denial, and Thoughtseizes they'll probably cast before, and the spot removal doesn't really matter. I have enough discard already. I could bring in an Anguished Unmaking. This is a matchup where, as good as Virtue is, we're kind of just trading resources, and this is a card that doesn't do anything unless I have, like if you look at that game, Intangible Virtue would have been a terrible draw. Soren's good, not great, especially since I still have Warrior Champions to gain life. Start to finish is very good here, because the murder side of the card is very good. One cut. Souls is awesome. Bitter Blossom's awesome. All the removal and discard is good. Maybe I could shave the Thoughtseize. I'm on the play. It's either a Virtue or a Respectful Procession. They're gonna bring in Sweepers and Static Caster, so that is a reason to take out Procession. That's right. And the Jund Death Shadow decks I'm more inclined to bring in Damnation because they've got Tarmogoyfs and Oozes and whatnot, but with these it's really just the fewer creatures. And Rest in Peace makes it really hard for them to cast Tassigurs and Gurmag Anglers. Lingering Soul is just great here. Okay. Auriok Champion into creatures is awesome, so I will keep. Opponent mulligan, which is good for us. And as long as they don't cast a discard spell and take our Auriok Champion, already in pretty good shape. I have to be aware of Stubborn Denial hitting start to finish or Spectral Procession. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, luckily the rest of our hand's good, but tough to lose the Auriok Champion. That card's pretty good in this matchup, especially with like a Basilisk Collar. Really, they can't deal with it once it's on the battlefield, other than like Snapcaster needing me, like somehow forcing me to get into combat with Snapcaster. But if I'm gaining life with it, then it's not likely to happen. Yeah, it is a tough choice. I mean, I don't know if they've played against Auriok Champion a lot, our opponent has, but it's hard not to take. What's good is they can't take Spectral Procession, and I don't think they can take Start to Finish. But depending on their hand, they may want to get rid of Blessed Alliance. And Intangible Virtue is great with this hand too. So if I can draw a third white source, this hand's great. Yeah, that is the right choice on our opponent's end. That was the one card I did not want to lose out of that hand. So. So, yeah, discard spell would be good here. White source, black source. Let's just get this on the battlefield, and then either of my to not take two if I don't have to, and then obviously that doesn't let me play Procession next turn no matter what, but that's okay. Don't need to do that necessarily. Yeah, perfect. Ooh, well, as much as I want Start to Finish, I don't want to run this into a Stubborn Denial. So we'll leave it at that. And this combo here is good against against our opponent. But they have been answering my hand pretty well. They're digging. Okay, that's good. And they cannot Stubborn Denial me, which is excellent. Oh boy. I think this is more important to Inquisition then. As much as I want to get threats down. I guess I could cast Start to Finish end of turn, and then they can't sweep them away, and then cast Inquisition. That does give them Stubborn Denial, which is tough. But I don't want to keep giving them time. And you really want to kill them in not much, 2 swings, maybe 3 swings. Because kind of chipping away at damage against Death Shadow is not good, because you're kind of just doing them favors. Could make them gain 4 life. But given that they know about this start to finish, I almost don't want to play it. I'd rather draw land here. So I don't really want to chip away at their life total, but it's tough. Like I do want to land these as threats. Anger, Death Shadow. They do have the Stubborn Denial. Snapcaster. Thing is, if I path their death, I can't play Death Shadow because I can Blessed Alliance. I guess they could Stubborn Denial it, in which case I'll get to land my start to finish. Maybe that's not so bad. Can still attack them for 10, or down to 10 right now. So it's down to 10, then with both is down to 6, and then I'll have a third one that's down to 6. So Liliana doesn't kill my creature, Snapcaster don't care. It could just take Stubborn Denial. And when they do cast Anger, I can just respond with start to finish, and I still have Bitter Blossom. Let's do that, because this doesn't really let them do anything. Yeah, we'll do that there. And I am going to attack them. Because now I can actually answer their Death Shadow with Blessed Alliance or Path to Exile. Okay. So now, just kind of force them to use Anger. If they even draw the land for it, then they can cast Start to Finish. If they cast Death Shadow, I can kill it through a Stubborn Denial. I mean, I can path twice. Yeah, there. I think they're forced into doing this. You got it. Static Castle would have been better for them, obviously. And again, instant speed is excellent here. And they're dead. Okay. Phew. I think I'm happy with deck. Maybe Brutality is good now as a... It doesn't kill anything. It really is just a bad duress. So maybe not. Maybe Fatal Push, now I'm on the draw. Over... I don't know. I don't think it's over Basilisk Collar. Maybe just against Sorin? Over Sorin? Yeah. That might just be better. I mean, I really want to gain life against their deck, but I think that's what Auriok Champion and Blessed Alliance is for. I just need to be aware that I only want Sorin, so that I'm a little more liberal with Blessed Alliance to gain life if I need to. This hand's good. Go Courtyard, discard, Shambling Vent, discard, turn 3 souls. Okay. Yep. See, Thoughtseize or Inquisition. They can take souls if they want, I guess. Thoughtseize, huh? Interesting. They don't want me to take the damage. I wonder what's in their hand that... I don't have an answer for Death Shadow, and they're nowhere near it. They don't have a blue source either for Serum Visions. So Anger's not too bad against Lingering Souls and Shambling Vent. Although Snapcaster's annoying. They're pretty far off of that. Let's take the Shadow. Again, the goal is to force them. If there was a static caster, I would take that. Because these games are going to go long, clearly. One way or the other. But... Alright. I don't mind that. Yeah, forcing them to use their Anger of the Gods sooner than later is good. And no need to cast my discard spells yet. Ghost Quartering to make them lose a red source is a thought, actually, at some point. Do that now. I mean, I'd love to save it for later, but no blue. No answer Death Shadow, so oh shoot, what do we have? I have 4 cards. Yeah, Thought Scour, Anger, Serum Vision, Snapcaster, yep. And then next turn I can attack with Vent also. Yep. Yep. 3/3. Man, is that their 3rd Death Shadow? It is. Which does make this whole attacking thing interesting. It's kind of tough. Ghost Quarter, they get a swamp. It doesn't really change anything. I don't think they have any. They don't have a ton of red spells. Don't really want to make Death Shadow bigger. I guess I could take a hit, because if they attack with it, then I can attack for 4 and 2 of which is lifelink. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, I think I'll just take the 5. If they draw a Fatal Push, that's annoying. Death Shadow is going to be a 9/9 after this. And that's 17. It's probably okay. Does give him an out of like a Tassiger or a Gurmag Angler since I didn't play Rest in Peace. So do I Ghost Quarter them now? Basically just get a swamp. Next turn I have 4, 5 mana. I'm gonna wait. If they draw a fetch land, then I'll do it. In response to them cracking a fetch, I should say. Oh no, Ghost Court would be bad actually, because then they can get an island. There we go. That's why. Kind of seemed wrong. So unless they drew an answer to event, they can't really attack with Death Shadow. And even then, they did, they're dead to a Virtue. Or Sorin, but they don't actually know that I sided, what, 3 of my 7 Anthem effects out, leaving me with 4. Behind the tank. Yeah, so removal spell wins it for me. Thoughtseize is good. And what brings him back into this game? I can block with Vent. I guess I can't, huh? Anything bring him back into this game? They draw an island, they can... They can't fetch and shock, so they can't cast a lot of this. Alright, I might not cast Rest in Peace so I can block with Event. No, because that gives them like a Tasker or something like that. I'm just going to do this now. And I think I just leave them dead next turn. Like, unless they like, no, they'd have to, yeah, they can't draw 2 bolts or anything, or a red source and a bolt. So this is 11 plus a bolt. I'm still at 1. I don't think they have any outs here. Yep. But 4. Well, that's good. I'm not going to attack with Event, so I can play Lily if they drew a Fatal Push or something. Okay. Here we are. 6-0. Beat the other... Oh, we're the only one? I think we're the only 6-0. These guys are done. Okay. Doing great. Let's see. It's either one more round or a top 8, but either way, we'll be back very soon.